Dear friends, this is episode number 70 of the Limitation Act. We were dealing with Article 64 and 65 and adverse possession. And I have cited several decisions. Probably you may be getting bored. So please forgive me. I say all these decisions at some point or other will help you. So please note down all these things. It will help you. So whenever I deal with several episodes citing decisions after decisions, I am also getting some sort of a boredom. But I forget about it by thinking that ultimately you will be benefited out of it. So if you are benefited out of it, I am fully satisfied. I will have no boredom. Yes. Next is AER 1971 Supreme Court 2184. Parallel citation 1971 1 SCC 597. Said Shah Ghulam Ghosh GHOUSE Mohiuddin and others versus Syed Shah Ahmad Mohiuddin Kamisul Qadri, all long names. That was under the 1908 Act, Article 144. Co-owners, again, paragraph 19, I will read a small portion. Possession by one co-owner is not by itself adverse to other co-owners. On the contrary, possession by one co-owner is presumed to be the possession of all other co-owners unless it is established that the possession of the co-owner is in denial of title of co-owners and the possession is in hostility to co-owners by exclusion of them. In the present case, there is no evidence to support this conclusion. Ouster is an unequivocal act of assertion of title. There has to be open denial of title to the parties who are entitled to it by excluding and ousting them. It is not physically pushing any person. Denying his right. Denying his right to have a share. Denying his right to have joint possession. Denying his right to have enjoyment of the property. Residence in the common house. All denied. And one co-owner says that no, you are out. You cannot enter into the house. You cannot enter into the property. This is my property. And that state of affairs without interruption continued for the required number of years. And ouster is clear. And then it will even as between co-owners, adverse possession will be available. Yes. Next is AER 1971 Supreme Court 2251. Parallel citation 1971 1 SCC 556. Bhubaneswar Prasad, Narayan Singh and others versus Siddheshwar Mukherjee and others. Paragraph 9, a small portion. In this case, we have to consider whether the appellants had laid a claim which a co-sharer could not put forward except by pleading ouster or any other independent ground. Even if they were in actual khas possession within the meaning of Section 2A of the Bihar Land Reforms Act, it must be held that the plaintiff who was a co-sharer was in constructive possession through the appellants, as under law possession of one co-sharer is possession of all co-sharers. We see no reason to hold that the observations should score to the above effect in PL Reddy versus, that is Lakshmi Reddy versus Lakshmi Reddy, are not applicable to the case before us. So this happens. In 1960s, Land Reforms Acts came into force almost in all the states in India, 60s and 70s. So, and there are provisions for purchasing the right by individual members who claim tenancy right. Certain tenancies are recognized, tenancies are created, what rights they have are defined, and all these things usually are being decided by not by legally trained persons but by revenue officers. And there arose thousands and lakhs of claims. Sometimes very clever co-owners who are in possession, all the other co-owners elsewhere, they put forward a claim of tenancy exclusive. And the revenue officers who conduct the enquiry finds that he is in possession. They are concerned with only possession. They do not know the co-ownership. They do not know the principles of ouster, adverse possession and all those things. And on many occasions, tenancy is conferred on such possessing co-owner to the exclusion of others. And they will have to file a suit for partition, re-agitate the question, file appeals, put to so many difficulties because they are not aware of what is happening. Yes, that is probably in every state it so happened. Next is AER 1990 Supreme Court 507. Parallel citation 1991 SCC. 1990 volume 1 SCC 345, Muhammad Zainaluddin versus Said Ahmad Muhyiddin and others. That is Article 64 and 65 of the Limitation Act 1963, possession etc. paragraph 12, a short portion. It is well settled that where one co-heir pleads adverse possession against another co-heir, then it is not enough to show that one out of them is in sole possession and enjoyment of the profits of the properties of all other co-sharers. The co-heir in possession cannot render his possession adverse to the other co-heir not in possession merely by any secret hostile animus on his own part in derogation of other co-owner's right. Thus it is a settled rule of law as between co-heirs that must be evidence of open assertion of hostile title. There must be evidence of open assertion of hostile title coupled with the exclusive possession and enjoyment by one of them to the knowledge of the other so as to construe ouster. See, these are the ingredients. Next is AER 1981 Supreme Court 77. 81 Supreme Court 77. Parallel citation 1980 4 SCC 396. Karbala Begum versus Muhammad Saeed and another. Para 7. Towards last, it is well settled that mere non-participation in the rent and profits of the land of a co-sharer does not amount to an ouster so as to give title by adverse possession to the other co-sharer in possession. Indeed, even if this fact be admitted, then the legal possession would be that so and so party's name, being co-sharers of the plaintiff, would become constructive trustees on behalf of the plaintiff, and the right of the plaintiff would be deemed to be protected by the trustees. The possessing co-owners must be deemed to be trustees. The learned counsel appearing for the respondent was unable to contest this position of law. In the present case, it is therefore manifest that the possession of the defendants, apart from being in the nature of constructive trustees, would be in law possession of the plaintiff. See, these few sentences of the Supreme Court decision these words were later interpreted, saying that in the case of a co-ownership, at no point of time there can be a claim of adverse possession. There are decisions. And it is in the possession of a trustee. As against a trustee, there is no period of limitation. Section 10 of the Limitation Act, he cannot adverse prescribe title by adverse possession against the other trustees, other co-sharers, because he is a possessing co-owner, he is in the possession of a trustee. That view was not accepted. That is not what the Supreme Court said. And I will cite those decisions also. Deemed to be protected by the trustees, two persons were there, being co-sharers, would become constructive trustees. See, some sort of a relationship. That does not mean that ouster is not possible. But such interpretations were being made, and it was clarified. In Kerala itself, there are dissenting judgments on that point. It is a divergent judgments on that point, and later it is settled by division benches. Next is a Kerala decision, ILR 2006-3 Kerala 272. It is in Kerala High Court case also, 2006 Kerala High Court cases 821. Sarama Uttup and others versus Kunyamma Kuruvula and others. The predecessor interest of defendants 2 to 5, para 16. The predecessor interest of defendants 2 to 5 was a co-sharer in respect to the suit property. Mere possession by him for any length of time would not entitle him to claim adverse title unless there is proof of ouster and adverse possession. It is well settled that as between co-heirs there must be evidence of open assertion of hostile title coupled with exclusive possession and enjoyment by one of them to the knowledge of the other so as to constitute ouster. A secret hostile animus to possess adversely to the real owner is not sufficient. And the various Supreme Court judgments, 71 Supreme Court, 71 Supreme Court, 71 Supreme Court, 3 decisions, 90 Supreme Court, Darshan Singh, Lakshmi Reddy, all referred to. There is a decision by Justice R. Bhaskaran and me. I had written the judgment, that was in 2006. Next is another division bench decision of the Kerala High Court, ILR 2010-4 Kerala, ILR 2010-4 Kerala, 449. It is in KHC also, 2010-4 KHC, 282. Name of the case, Pudumana Meenakshi Amma versus Pudumana Kalyani Amma and others. Pudumana Kalyani Amma and others. Co-owners, principles are settled. Various decisions are referred to. hostile title against co-owner. It was Thavali property. Thavali property means in Kerala there is a system of inheritance called Marumakatayam. Tarwad is the unit, main thing. Out of the Tarwad there will be small units called Thavalis. Thavali is all, even then common property with the incidents of Tarwad property. And as in respect of a Thavali property, a ownership, a adverse possession is claimed. It is ownership property, let us take it for this purpose. Onus to prove adverse possession in ouster is on the person who sets up the adverse title, and there must be evidence of assertion of hostile title coupled with exclusive possession and enjoyment by one of them to the exclusion of all others. Mere keeping the possession or not sharing the income by itself are not sufficient to constitute ouster. As I said, there are 10 brothers and sisters all working except one working away, all educated, well placed. One brother is in a native place, he has not studied much, he is an agriculturist and he is looking after the property. And years went on. All other brothers and sisters said, our elder brother is there, let him look after the property and take the income, we don't mind. But when he starts possessing adversely, when he starts asserting his own right, then it becomes dangerous. And then disputes arise. And in the case of co-owners, it is not mere possession, it is not sharing of profits that becomes relevant. On many occasions, there may not be sharing of profits. One will take the share, a whole income. And sometimes something will be given to others, not anything, something. Most of the occasions there will be no sharing. That will not confer any title on him unless he proves ouster. And the discussion is there in paragraph 23 of this decision. Long paragraph, various decisions of Supreme Court and Kerala High Court were cited. Then next, ILR Kerala Division Bench, ILR 1988 1 Kerala 206. Sainaba Umma versus Moideen Kutti. That is adverse possession, co-owners, same thing. It is held in paragraph 7. A co-owner can claim adverse possession against another and the burden of proof is on the person who claims it. That is well settled. Karbala Begum's case referred to, Paru versus Chirida 85 KLT referred to. That was a case, Paru versus Chirida, 1985 Kerala Law Times. There Justice Paripuran held that in no case there can be adverse possession by one co-owner against another, and he is a trustee. That is I said some interpretations are there. In no circumstance one co-owner can prescribe title against the other co-owners was the view taken in 1985 KLT. That was not acceded to. There Mohammed Said's case 81 Supreme Court was referred to, and that was explained by the division bench. Very long paragraph, I am not reading it, explained and said that that is not so. It cannot be said under no circumstance. Then towards the last of that paragraph, the possession of one co-heir is considered in law as possession of all the co-heirs. When one co-heir is found to be in possession of the properties, it is presumed to be in the basis of joint title. The co-heir in possession cannot render his possession adverse to the other co-owner not in possession, merely by any secret hostile animus. These are all Korea versus Apuhami. See, even now, that 1912 appeal cases decision is being followed. It is a settled Korea versus COREA versus Appuhami. That decision is being followed. It is settled rule of law. Then discussions 1940 Privy Council, 44 1919 Privy Council, 57 Supreme Court, Lakshmi Reddy versus Lakshmi Reddy. All decisions extensively considered in paragraph I think 12. Paragraph 7, very long paragraph. 61 Indian appeals, so many decisions referred to. And then the division bench said that it cannot be said that under, it is therefore correct to say that it is not therefore correct to say, it is not therefore correct to say that in no circumstance there can be adverse possession by one co-owner against another. Even if a co-owner in possession is a constructive trustee of the co-owner not in possession, an open assertion of hostile title coupled with exclusive possession and enjoyment to the knowledge of the other co-owners constitute ouster, and such ouster, an assertion of hostile title openly to the knowledge of the other co-owners, can be taken as held by the learned judge of this court in Krishnan versus Raman as a renouncement of possession by the constructive trustee and a re-entry with an open and hostile animus to constitute adverse possession. It is true that the burden of proving ouster is on the co-owner who claims adverse possession. So 81 Supreme Court, it is said that these one co-owner is in the possession of a constructive trustee. True. That was interpreted by the Kerala High Court in 1985 saying that he is in a possession of a trustee, that under no circumstance there can be adverse possession by one co-owner against other. That is explained, that is not acceded to, that is not followed. And the Supreme Court and other all old and new decisions were being considered by the Kerala High Court Division Bench and said the last portion which I read now. It cannot be said that under no circumstance one co-owner cannot prescribe title by adverse possession against the other co-owners. It is possible, but proof must be there, ouster must be there, and all other circumstances must be proved. Yes. Next is another division bench decision of the Kerala High Court, ILR 1991 Kerala 652. Name of the case, Ganesh Bhandari versus Sambunji. In that judgment, division bench overruled 85 KLT 563. 85 KLT 563 by Justice Paripurnan, in which decision it was held that under no circumstance one co-owner can prescribe title by adverse possession against other co-owners because he is in the possession of a trustee. That decision was overruled by the division bench in this judgment. ILR 1991 Kerala 652. Ganesh Bhandari versus Sambunji. Very detailed discussion in paragraph 21 and 22. Paragraph 21 and 22, please read. We are fully justified in our conclusion in this regard in view of the observations. What is the conclusion? But when he transfers the property, see paragraph 22. In the case of a Karnavan, Karnavan is the head of that family, just manager in a co-parsonry, manager of a joint family and a co-parsonry, Karta, same as Karnavan of a Marimakatayam Tarwad. Head. In the case of a Karnavan who stands in a fiduciary capacity to the members of the Tavadi, the assertion of hostile title or ouster cannot readily be assumed. However, it is not possible to accept the wide proposition argued by the learned counsel for the respondent, that since a Carnarvon is in a fiduciary capacity and is in the position of a trustee or constructive trustee, under no circumstances a Carnarvon or Thavazhi or assignee from him can assert adverse possession and ouster. So long as the Carnarvon is in possession of the property, Carnarvon is the head of the family, he is entitled to possess. It will be difficult, unless otherwise shown, to assume that he had the necessary animus to prescribe hostile title. But when he transfers the property in favor of strangers, asserting right thereby transferred exclusively to himself, to the knowledge of the other members of the family, we do not find any reason to hold that it will not constitute assertion of hostile title. Ouster, adverse possession, all those things. So it is not a case that even the head of the family, he is entitled to possess and enjoy as of right on behalf of all other co-owners, all other junior members of the Thavazhi Tharwad. But he assigns the property as if the property belongs to him, and the assignees asserts their rights. That starts ouster, and then all other co-owners are ousted, they are denied everything, then it continued. Then that will constitute ouster and adverse possession, the rights will be affected. Yes, this is what the division bench said. We will see some more decisions with respect to adverse possession. I am sorry I am troubling you, I know, but still, let us have it. We will continue in the next episode. Thank you.